today's homework. And most classes we finish quite a bit, so obviously some classes is not as good as others. Um, but here is your homework. Most classes we didn't do this one, so make sure you draw your line of best fit. So I'm going to take this point, which is 4 and 50, and go to this point, which is, that's 9.5. That's not a good one. I'm going to choose, okay, if I don't like 9.5, I'll choose 9. Put a dot here, right there, right? Choose that dot and draw my line of best fit in the middle of all the dots. You can always make your own dot within all the dots. So these are outliers right here. Okay, those are outliers. It asks for outliers. Yeah, what is the coordinate? There's 2 of them, right? 9.5 and 70, and the other one is 5 and 100. 5 hours of sleep and got 100. Okay. Write an equation of a line, so I'm going to use 9 and 95. Okay, and that, so I would do x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. Now slope is subtracting the 2 y's, 95 minus 50. So y sub 2 minus y sub 1, so 95 minus 50. That gets you 45. X sub 2 minus x sub 1, which is these 2x. 9 minus 5, 9 minus 4, which is 5. So my slope is, or my rate of change is 9. Point slope after that, you use y equals to y minus y sub 1 equals to m parentheses x minus x sub 1. Okay? So y minus y sub 1, which is 50, equals to m, which is 9, parentheses x minus x sub 1, which is 4. So you get 9x minus 36 equals y minus 50. Add 50, add 50. You get y equals to 9x plus 14. And that's your answer. And the y-intercept is at 0, 14. Okay, what is the median number of the test scores? Okay, median number, don't count the 1 point that I put in there. This is okay, all the black dots. Test scores start 50, 60, 65, 270s. Okay, set 275s, 80, 385s, 90, 295s, and 3 100. Test, okay, second one, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7. I got a middle number of 85. That doesn't, is it? Doesn't look right. I must have did something wrong. Okay, I got a median of 85. So most of you probably know I got it wrong. So figure out what I did wrong and tell me tomorrow. Okay, and we did this and we did this. Some class we took too long. or too much talking and not paying attention. I'll have to stop many times, so I didn't get too far. But most classes I got here, okay? And we did this here and that there, and here. So let me go to my other screen for the class that I may have not gotten through a lot. Let me go to this one here. Let's, I think one of my class I only got to here, and I didn't get any of this here, so I need to explain all of this to them. So hopefully most of them in that class watched videos and understand this. So all right. Hopefully they learn not to talk so much. Okay, right here. We got 3 to the 4th, or want me to slow down for them, or come in to the class too late for me to start class later. Okay, there we go. X, and your X is -5, and then the other is a 2. That's a 2. When you're multiplying, you're adding the exponents, okay? If you notice earlier, these are dividing. So when you're dividing, you subtract the exponent of 1 and 4. When you are multiplying, you're adding the exponent. So the exponent for y here is 4 and an invisible 1 here, plus that 1. So your answer is 3. This is to the 0 power, so it's 1, x to the -3, and y to the 5th power. Now, anytime you have a negative exponent, your answer is going to be a fraction. Your final answer is going to be a fraction. You got that negative exponent goes on the bottom. The 1 is a numerator. The y to the 5th is a denominator. It goes on top because they're positive exponents. Okay, so here you take the 2's. You got -2 and 5. So the 2 is -2 plus the 5. The g's are -6 and 5. So g -6 plus 5. The h are 3 and 1. So h is 3 plus 1. So your answer is 2 to the 3rd, g to the -1, and h to the 4. Right? So when you add them, okay, so that's your answer, but because it's a negative exponent, your final answer is a fraction. That g to the 1st goes on bottom, 2 to the 3rd goes on top because it's positive, h to the 4th goes on top because it's positive. Okay, this one here. 3 and 4, they're different base, so we multiply them to get 12. The x, okay, we got the exponent of 2 and 3. Exponent of 2 and 3, you add them. 2 and -3, you add them. I'm sorry, I'm not done.
Okay.
You got 12 to x to the -1. It's a negative exponent, so it's a fraction. 12 over x to the 1 power. This one, same thing. You multiply, different base. Not same base, so you multiply 7 times 5 is 35. B to the -3, and the other one is a 3 plus a 3. You get b to the 0 power, which is 1, and 35 is, there's no negative exponent, so it's not a fraction. Okay, here. Okay, 3 times the 2, you get 6, and then a to the -2 and a -7, you add them, and then you got the b's by itself to the 1st. So you get 6a to the negative 9, and b to the first power. So it's a fraction because of this negative. Okay, so that's a to the 9, 6b on top. Okay, same thing here. You multiply 5 times 2, 10. Okay, the m's, m to this negative 4 plus this negative 4, and n to the negative 3. So your answer is 10, m to the negative 8, n to the negative 3. So you get 10 over m to the 8, n to the third. Okay, so on this last row here for t, this is exponent of 1 and 1 here. Okay, so distribute, that's 5 to the negative 2, x to the negative 1 at negative 2, and then this is a positive 6. So it's a fraction because you have a negative exponent. So 6y to the 6 is on numerator. Denominator is 5 to squared and x squared. So distribute, invisible 1 here. Multiply that, 2 to the negative 4, k to the negative 16, m to positive 8. Negative and a negative is a positive. So you still have a fraction because 2 of them are negative. These 2 had negative exponent, they go to this denominator. The numerator is m to the 8. Okay, same thing here. Exponent of 1, distribute, 3 to the second, y to the negative 6, and z to the 10. Fraction because of the negative exponent of this one. So y to the 6, 3 to the squared, which is 9 times z to the 10. Distribute, you get 2 to the positive 3, m to positive 6, and n to, oh, here's a 1. 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. So we have a fraction. 2 to the third, m to the 6, and n on the bottom to the third. That goes on. Okay, and then here, next, subtract. x4 minus 4 is x to the 0, which is equal to 1. Here you subtract y negative 2, and the other one is also a negative 2. You subtract them, additive inverse, get y to the 0, which is 1. Reduce this by 4, so 4 go in 12 evenly, so you got 4. X is 0, 2 minus 2 is 0, 1 times any number, it's itself. So y 3, it's division, and the other one is 9, you minus. Right here, you get that. 6 to the third and the 1, division, so you subtract. A to the 5th, subtract 3. B's 4 minus 4, 0, 0 is to the 1, you get 1. So your answer is 6 squared, a squared. Oh, no negative. You don't need to worry about fraction. That's the answer right there. Okay, this one here. Oh, 0 plus 3 is 6 to the third power. We don't need to worry about fractions. Not bad. Okay, this we need to probably worry. 2 to the third power, and this is to the 4th. So you add because it's multiplication. Okay, and then you get x to the negative 3, add the 2, y to this 3, and an invisible 1. 3 and 1 you add because we're multiplying. So 2 to the negative 1, x to the 0, oh, anything to the 0 power is 1, and 1 times whatever number is itself, and y to the 4th power. So your answer is fraction, 2 to the 1 on top, on bottom, goes to the bottom, and y to the 4th on top. Okay, G, multiply these two together, you get 15. A to the negative 3 plus negative 5, and then there's B, so 15A to the negative 8, and B got a negative exponent, therefore we have a fraction. 15, B, and A to the 8. Multiply that. 6P to the negative 8 plus that negative 2. N, you got N to the exponent of 1 here, plus this one here. Okay, so we've got 6p to the negative 10 and n to the 5th. So we have a fraction, 6n to the 5th, p to the 10th. Okay, and most students know how to do this one. It says to explain how to find area shaded region. I'll go to the other one I started, at least in this one I started already. First, find the area of half a circle by multiplying pi times 10 squared divided by 2 to get, okay, put it on the calculator. So pi times 10 squared divided by 2 is equal to 157.0708. So you get 157.08, because after the 7 is 07, but it's a 9, so we round it to that. And then it is, I don't know what your paper says, inches, or I don't know what type of units this is. Let me see. Okay, then you write next, find the area of, this is inches. So this is inches squared. Next, find the area of rectangle by multiplying 10 times 20 to get 200 inches squared. And then last, add 200 to 157.08 to get inches squared, okay? Here you put into shoot. Where did it stop? I hope it showed most of this. Okay, I'm not starting over, so okay, we're gonna, anytime I do that, I'm in trouble. Okay, takes too long for me to re-record. All right, this is 0.06 and 0.65. I don't know where we stopped at, so this is that answer. And if you missed the other one, these are these answers here. Okay. You don't understand, I'm available lunch and after school. So, and I think all the rest you got answers to. So, all right. Anyways, this here, 0 and 0.29, multiply that. Most of you know how to do this. Multiply it to the 4,000 times 4,000 times 4,000 and you get 240, you get 2600, and then times 4,000, 1,160, and then divided by the calories that are here, 120. Uh-oh. We get 2, divide by 650, get 4, divide by 232, get 5. Okay, if a high school football coach bought 50 apples, 100 serving of pasta, and 110 bottles of lemonade for 12 boys 2 days, what would you advise the coach? Okay, let's see. 12 boys, 2 days. Okay, so times 12, 24, times 12, you get 48, times 12, you get 60, times it by 2. 96, 120. Okay, so the coach should have bought, the coach should buy 48 apples. That's that one. 69 serving of pasta, 96 serving of pasta. And 120 bottles of lemonade. Therefore, they have to return. The coach needs to return okay, he bought too many apples. So 2 apples. How about the pasta? 4 serving of pasta, he bought 100, and they only need 96. 4 servings of pasta. Oh, he's short on lemonade. He needs 120. And buy 10 more bottles of lemonade. Okay? Here, okay, A means times. It's like same as per. So 400 be number of bottles. So X calorie serving pasta. So Y. $500Y equals total calories of this 4,000 that is up here. You see? Up there. 4,000. These X and Y intercept. X-intercept, 400, X equals to 4,000, divide by 400. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, X-intercepts here, number of bottles. This is 10, 0. That's called the X-intercept. Y-intercept is 500. Y equals to 4,000. Divide by 500. Y equals to, that equals to 5. Oh, 8, I'm sorry, 8. This is 500, I couldn't read that. So it's 8. 0, 8. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's how you do that, but this is servings of pasta. You need to label it. All right, that's it.